how to create pages that rank. We're going to look at a page of a client where we basically implemented the things that you're going to learn today, step by step, and that are quite simple to do if you understand it. We're going to use, I'm going to use today an example of a client that they specify in sports. Okay. I love football. I used to play football myself, and they are a football academy. So when this client came to me, which was a long time ago, I've been, I think 3 years almost. I was very happy. Of course, if I'd rather do SEO for an SEO for a football company than insurance or something like that. I don't know anything about. So we identified what this client did. Okay, so what they do is a football academy that they have a specific service. They are in Spain and they bring players from all over the world to Spain. Okay, and they train them with very specific and advanced training sessions. And then instead of keeping them, so they're not really a team, they actually look for these players, they look for teams so they can sign, so they can join an actual professional team. So it's a typical think of, if we look at it in the perspective of the potential client, imagine there's a kid, in the USA who's good at football, but USA, football things don't happen so quickly, and he wants to come to Europe. This, my potential client, is the best thing they can do. Okay. And we're going to go over this page, actually. Let me see here. So this page, as you can see as in the title, probably you'll know that this is a bit of a guide. I always try to, because I initially explained SEO can be a bit complicated to understand. It touches a lot of points. I like to simplify stuff and to structure it and start as an overview. Okay. So the overview here, or a way to simplify all the pages you can create, is divide them into two types of pages. Okay. These pages can be informational pages. Okay. So pages that target keywords that when the person searches that keyword, they want to look for information. They're not ready to buy. Buying is not really in their mind. Okay. And then there's the other types of pages, which are transactional pages, which in the other hand, the person, when they search, they're looking to spend money or are close to that. Okay. A way to visualize this is the classic marketing funnel. Okay. You've seen this for hundreds of examples for social media, ads, everything. Well, there's one for SEO as well. Okay. It can be divided into many steps, but to simplify it, we have 4. Okay, we have awareness step, or what people refer to as a cold lead or a cold client, where the person, as you can see here, gets a first contact of finding out what problem they have. So they search something like how to join a football academy, okay, or best football exercises. They're looking for information, read it, thank you very much, they go. Okay, but that's okay, because if they do that, even though we don't sell, we are creating brand awareness. We're creating a brand impression on them. They see us, and actually a very positive one, because they search for something. We're there when they want us. They go to our page and we answer what they want. We give them that information and more. So they leave the phone or the computer, however they search, and they'll be like, oh, this website or this client, Alicante Football Academy, they're really good. I like them. So maybe in 3 months, they search another thing, but this time it's a bit more specific. They're still looking for information, but they might be looking at best academies to join in Spain or stuff like that. They want to join, but they want still information. If we show up as well, the same thing happens. And then finally is when the SEO magic happens. When the person does a transactional search, they search football academy in Spain, or price of joining an academy in Spain, something like that. The person, if they see a result, they will actually join, and what they see, they like it, they will join. And now, not only we showed here, and if we do SEO, we also going to show here when they search, that perhaps we don't even have to show number 1. Maybe we show number 5, but the person already knows us and we have created a positive impression in them. Let me hear. A positive impression in them. So they are going to buy us. Out of the 8 results we're fighting against when the person searches Football Academy in Spain and they want to spend money, we've already been fighting for that client before. So we're going to get the sell. So like I said, initially here, informational pages, These are categorized normally as blog posts, guides. You will see now how this guide is slightly more advanced than the typical blog post. And then we have the transactional pages, which are the specific landing pages that are trying to explain and sell something. Okay. So the example of today is an informational page. So how did I even begin to think of creating this page? Okay. Let me go here. We actually started looking for keywords. Okay. So first, with a client, normally I identify who are the types of people that could buy, those buyer personas. And like I mentioned initially, the one of the kid in the USA who wants to be a footballer, that's a type of person. Another type of buyer persona might be the parents of this kid. They're different people, so they might be searching for different things. So once we identify the different types of people, consequently, we can try to identify what these people search. And we can do it with two techniques. Very, very straightforward. If you follow me in Calling SEO, you've already seen a few of these, okay? The first one is getting the SEO of your competitors, stealing. But in SEO, stealing is good. Why? Because think about it. We don't just want to get the SEO, and by SEO, I mean what keywords they rank for and what pages they have of just one competitor. It will be just completely copying. We want to do it out of many, many competitors. So if you think about it, if you do the same action, if you extract all the keywords out of many competitors, you're gonna end up with the best of all strategies in a way. Okay, you're gonna end up with that in front of your screen, and you're gonna be able to, make decisions and do it better than your competitors, which is the important thing. So how do we do that? Very easy said. Let's do it. So let's go here. Okay. So what we can do is look for a competitor. And it's as simple as everything is reloading here. Okay, so first we identify a keyword where you think your competitors will appear. Which one? Football Academy. Let's get more specific. Football Academy in Spain, okay? We look at this. Let me move this here. My Google is always messed up because I have so many extensions. So, okay, here's the client, number one. I'm not trying to brag, but there they are. So let's look at some competitors, okay? Let's open this one up. Let's see if they're a competitor. Okay, they're ranking with a blog post. Okay, fair enough. But let's go to their homepage. Do they offer the same thing as us? Yes, they do. This technique is good to do with direct competitors. If they were a football academy that offers academies in all the countries in the world, we can leave that maybe for priority number 2. Okay, now we want direct ones. I know already, I know them for sure. They are an academy that offers services only in Spain. They sell the same dream as we do. So now we simply open this link, which is in the Google Docs, okay, the link for this tool, and it's free. Many tools, I don't know why they don't offer this specific thing for free, but this one does. You have 10 searches a month, I think, which is enough to start. With 10 competitors, you can get so many keywords like you're going to see. So we go to site overview and we paste our competitor, okay? And we have two options. We can extract the competitors of this page, specifically the home page, and we might do that in other techniques. But now we want the keywords of the whole competitor. And by whole competitor, I mean all the pages they have, okay? Less the target country, always Spain, US, United Kingdom, US for me. So let's do United Kingdom. And they rank for 1,200 keywords. Okay, that's a lot of keywords that we're going to see if it loads straight away in our screen. Okay, let's see. Let me reload here. So normally here, I'll continue speaking and we go back when it reloads. You're just going to get all these keywords, and I don't want you to make any decision. I don't want you to look which one is good, which one has a lot of searches or not. I just want you to export them, which if it loads, you will just see a button here that says export. Okay. When you export it, you can add it in your Google Sheets, okay, that you can get out of my website in the templates part. Okay, let me add here in the chat. I'll add it later because I don't remember the link. But if you go to my website and search for free templates, you can get this template of the Google Sheets, okay? So you just copy and paste all the keywords here and the volume. It's always good to know the volume to know how popular this keyword is. As you can see, it's been as easy. Let's see if it's loaded. 3, 2, 1. It doesn't load. It's as easy as just clicking 2 things. And if you do this, you can do this with the next one, for example. Let's go to the next one. You can choose this one. Are they a competitor? Yes, they are. And then we extract the keywords. So with this thing, if you do 10 of them, which you have 10 searches a month, you're probably going to end up, again, it depends on how many keywords they rank for, but definitely more than 2,000. And that's a great start. Okay. You've got a lot of keywords with a few clicks. What can we do next? Still easy, just a few clicks. Go to this free tool that I recommend normally quite a lot. That instead of getting competitors from, instead of getting keywords from competitors, it gives you keywords that are related to each other. So you can put a keyword, for example, here, football club. Okay, that's related to us. And you have all of these keywords. All you have to do, just copy paste them in your Google Sheets. Let's look for another one here. Football Academy. Let's see if we find, if it shows here, the one I actually end up targeting. The join, how to join, yeah, there is. There is. So out of this research, again, I wasn't looking here, oh, is this one good? Let me copy paste. That takes too much time. SEO takes a lot of time. So your processes have to be as fast as possible. Okay. So I used Football Academy, and in the next step of the research, I end up finding my money keyword, how to join a football academy. 150 times a month, this keyword, but this page ranks for like hundreds of keywords. So we get way more people than this from Google. Okay. You can try other keywords, for example, to come up with these keywords. Just think of things that you offer, what products or services, or what you are. My business is a football academy. That's one of them. We can do stuff related to that. Is football trial, which is the test you do to join a club. That's related to us as well. We can find pages here or guides. Again, you get everything and we paste it here. Okay. After doing this, you're going to have even more keywords. So what should you do? You have the information, but we need to be able to sort of deal with this information and understand it. And by understand it, in this specific example, I mean, know what pages create for what keywords. You can't just create, okay, let's create one page for this one. Let me zoom in a little bit. One page for this one, for this one. It doesn't really work like that. Why? Because pages rank for many keywords, not just one page per keyword. So that means if we look at it from the other side, from the SEO mindset, us executing, it means that we have to group these keywords together to understand what pages to create. An example of this can be how to join a football academy. That's one keyword. How to join a football academy in England. That's another keyword. Should I create 2 pages or should I create 1? Or how to join a football club. That's a different keyword, but it means the same thing. So we need to deal with this. How do we do this? Free tool. Like always. So let me show you here the result and then how to do it, because it takes a bit of time to load. Okay. So what I did here is I got all these keywords here, just for the example of this lesson, I got 307, and I put them in this tool. And what this tool does is actually group these keywords in context. Keep in mind that it uses language. It's not really using any sort of neural network like Google does. Google can understand, oh, this means the same as this because blah, blah. This is just by language, but it's already easier to look at this and to understand it than looking at this. This is a nightmare. When I didn't know SEO, I remember I was like, oh, this one is quite similar to this one. Let me group them together. No. So now we can look at specific things. We can see that there are common words that use the academies. So we can see, okay, what pages? A lot about best, more here, best. Okay. So that's something interesting that in the future, maybe is worth it. So we can save these keywords. We have them here. We can tag them in some kind of way, categorize them. Oh, that word is difficult. And maybe, let's say, in the end, it's worth to create a guide that lists the best academies in England or in the world. And maybe if we're smart, like we're going to see with my guide, we put ourselves as one of them. So now we're giving, for the people who are searching information, who could be searching best academies in England or in Spain? People who are here. We already said people are here already know they want an academy, so they're searching which are the best ones. So if we show up with a guide explaining which ones are the best and why, and then we put us there, like maybe it works. Maybe you're going to see. So yeah, make clusters and then you try to identify these groups. Okay. Let me give you a bit more information because this is quite technical, this part, and it's very important to understand it. Like I said already, keywords have to be grouped together if they could be targeted with one page. So how to join a football academy. No, I have an example here actually. Let me see if it loads. Oh, perfect. What I was talking about. Let's say that in your research here, you find, was it this one? 2 keywords. Best football academies in Europe, best football academies in Spain. 2 different keywords, but you're not really sure using your knowledge if you should create a page targeting the Europe one and another one targeting the Spain, or you should create a page maybe targeting both and many different, maybe different countries. It's difficult to know this, but doing this trick, you can find out using Google. Google have all the information in the world. That's why Google is Google. It always gives us what we want because they know what we want. So what you have here is a very simple trick. You just search. So how do we find out if we create a page that ranks both keywords or 2 different pages? We just search the keyword in Google and we don't even have to look at the results yet. We just export them. How? With this extension, SEO Minion, that the people in TikTok, you can join the call going to the link that is in the in there, collinseo.com/masterclass, and you can join the masterclass and see this tool. Okay, so here is the tool. Okay, and you can just copy the results. Copy the results. Just press copy there, and you paste them here. Okay, and then you do the same for the others, for the other keyword, which is here, Spain and Europe. There it is. Now it's very simple. I've created this, I won't even call it a tool because it's very easy to do. It's just a Google Sheets with a formula where every time there's something duplicated, it becomes red, okay? So why do we want to know this? It's a very simple rule to answer our question. If Google shows for both keywords similar websites, it means that with one page, you can rank for both keywords, right? Whether you see it from here or from here, it's the same. Which consequently means that when people search football academies in Europe and when people search football academies in Spain, people want the same thing. Okay, this is what Google is considering, and they have all the information. So as an SEO, we trust that. Okay. On the other hand, if the results are different, like this one, there's only one in common. Normally, it starts to become quite clear that, you know, there's common results when there's like 4 or 5 reds. There's only one. Okay, which means clearly you can see that the results are different. Last word, sports, soccer action, top, you know, they're different. So it means with this that I should create one page that targets the keyword first, best football academies in Europe, and, you know, talk about that. We'll find that now how to find out, how to know what to talk about. And then another page for football academies in Spain, 2 pages, that easy. And then, you know, you can do this for every time you wonder about a keyword in this process of clustering them. Another example could be, you know, I did this, for example, let me with the guides here. I had the one of how to join a football academy, which was the one I'm going to show how to create, or how to get scouted. Getting scouted means when you're playing football and someone sees you. So it's like how to make that happen. So I was, you know, you're wondering, that means more or less the same thing. You're talking about joining a team. Should I create 2 guides or one, or should I talk about that in this one? Well, the results were different. I created 2 guides and it was successful. So it was the right decision to do that. Okay. So now we're going to start to execute. Okay. This was a little bit because I need to explain how to find keywords because it's the first step you have to do. Okay. And once you do sort of this big research, now you do a bit of a mini research per page. Okay, so let's imagine that through all the process I've just explained, we've actually identified that I want to, let me see if it's here. Here, okay. I've identified I want to rank for how to join a football academy. There it is, the keyword, okay? And these are the groups. I group all the keywords together, and remember, this keyword and this keyword show similar results, same as this one and this one, so I group them together. I'm gonna create a page that targets how to join, and I'm going to talk about this and use these keywords. Okay. So I already have information about what to write. Okay. Well, some other things. Okay. But I need more information than just keywords. Keywords is really, you know, you get the information about topics. You definitely have to talk about how to join or stuff like that, but there is a little bit limited. What else can we do? we can use our competitors again. So we can actually search the target keyword, how to join a football academy. Where is it? Here. Okay. And we just, with SEO Minion, we just copy the results again. Okay. We copy them and we can just paste them. I like to paste them. I have a lot of things open here. I like to paste them like this. So then we see the next thing very clearly. Okay. Once we've done this, so this would look, like that. Let's see there. We're going to extract their content. We want to know what they are talking about in their article. We could go one by one in, and I mean, I use myself as an example there. We could go one by one, but that would take a lot of time. That time could be put into creating more pages. So we should do it faster. Formulas, Google Sheets formulas. As you can see here, that's in the doc. For the people on TikTok, the formula is in the doc, so you can join the call in the link I explained. And it will just literally, it's like magic. Look, you just put the formula, it scrapes it. Okay, we use H1, 2, and 3 because they tend to be the main titles, and you can get the overview of an article just looking at the titles. That's the logic. Okay, and then you can just spread this out and do it for the other ones. Keep in mind that sometimes the formulas work a bit strange, so I recommend you just do one by one. Okay, do it for this one, then for this one, and now in front of us, it might look a bit scary, but if you look in depth, we have everything that these companies or competitors are talking about. And now we can start to look at patterns. The goal is to create something better, which means two things. We should mention in our article everything that they mention, and we should mention the things that some of them might not mention as well. So for example, let's just an example here. I was going to say this one, us. We talk about Europe specifically. Imagine none of them talk about Europe. So if I write in my article about, or if I talk about everything that they do, plus what this one talks about, my article is already, by logic, better than all the others, at least more complete. I've talked about Europe when they haven't. Okay. So you have keywords and then you have competitors. And here you can always, throughout this research, especially if you're the one actually, I have 10 minutes left. I'm going to move on for the call. What was I saying? Oh yeah, throughout this research, especially if you're the person actually, you know about the business. This is why, like I mentioned at the beginning, I prefer a client that I know about that sector. Or if I don't, with my clients, normally I have this document where they tell me a lot about their sector, their buyer personas, because you're going to make decisions. I cannot be contacting here, oh, is this keyword, on the phone. So throughout this research, you're going to find a lot of things. And think about it. With these two ways of finding topics to write in our website, in our page, we're using things that are already done. Keywords, a search, which means there are pages, and then we're using competitors. So always here, try to sort of find a twist of things. Maybe add something that no one has thought about. For example, that's what I exactly did. I saw none of them were talking about how to join per position. It's not the same if you're a goalkeeper than if you're a field player, a striker. You need to do different things. You cannot give the same advice. So I added, a lot of things, but I added a section where I talk about how to join per position. So it's already better. No one did this. This is one of the reasons why we are #1 for the keyword. Undoubtedly #1. And funny enough, but I will do another webinar about this. If people on TikTok can join too. I'll answer the questions when I finish the lesson. I can see questions there, okay? We can turn this article into a video. And guess what happens? We rank in Google and in YouTube too. If we open, do I have it open here? Look how many views this video has. This was a YouTube channel with 300.
Have you ever asked yourself?
There it is. We have, where are the views? 37,000 views. Not bad. Okay, so now we are getting people from Google, from our link, our page, there, and they're landing in a page that gives them value. And we also, like I mentioned at the beginning, put ourselves as a way to join. We give advice. How to join a football academy, find an agent, contact clubs. We help you how to find it. But look at this one. Join a specialized academy that trains you and finds you trials. Let's go there. We're talking about us, but we're not talking about us like bragging, like, oh, we're the best. We're just sort of giving ourselves as an option. Okay. This guide, which remember, it was meant to be like here. It wasn't a money page at all. It was information. So people, when they search for this and they saw a page, instead of going back, some of them, instead of going back and going, waiting and searching more things, they were convinced right here, right now. They were convinced and they bought us. We got a lot of emails, a lot of conversions just from this article, okay? And then, like I said, if it works, this is marketing. Let's show it to more people. Do a video about it, okay? And let me explain very quickly the last part of SEO on page, which I will create, remember, for everyone. I'm going to do this every Wednesday, okay? It's going to be every Wednesday. If you join colinseo.com/masterclass, you will get sent the emails every Wednesday, okay? So I will do a lesson only on SEO on page, okay? But literally, I know there's a lot of SEO on page and stuff. This is more important. What I've just explained, keywords, finding what to write, all these things, okay? And then finally, the SEO on page. So we write the content, which we'll do. I will do a copywriting lesson as well. And then we do a SEO on page with structuring the page through H tags. Make sure the H tags are created with hierarchy. There's normally H1 tag, which is the main title with the keywords. And then H2s are the subtitles. H3 are the subtitle of H2. So it's a little bit of a hierarchy, okay? Look at this, full of H's, full of information. This is important because when Google comes and crawls your page, it looks at the titles to understand it. So, I mean, look, yeah, I couldn't add more, I think. They have a lot. Let me move this here. Okay, then obviously, naturally, you're going to use the keyword throughout the page. So use keywords. We use images that are, relevant. We use videos. We use images here that are relevant. They're optimized. These images have alt text, which is a piece of a sentence where you explain what the image is. We use keywords there as well. More ways of Google understanding what the page is about. We've added internal links. So every time you create a page, it has to be internally linked from other pages. If not, Google cannot reach it. Google goes to your page and goes from link to link. So if it doesn't have link, it will never find it. Okay, so internal links I added in the menu. You can add links in, the page, in the menu, in different places. I have specific videos on how to get smart with internal links, okay? To make sure you point Google to the right pages, okay? And then you can also use schema markup, which I explained down here how to do it, okay? In the bonus tip, I said there was a bonus tip where I was going to give you all the free tools. There is how you add schema markup to achieve exactly what you see here. Let me see if I still have it for that page. As you can see, I used to, oh, they didn't give it now. No, it's gone now. So if you add schema markup, your article could be shown with a lot of FAQ boxes like you see here. Okay, and obviously it's bigger and incites people to click more. So that's a little trick you can do. And like I said, oh yeah, I forgot this actually. If you go to this link, this is the link I was mentioning, that you can get everything I've explained. The SERP compare duplicate checker, it's a better name. My own Google Sheets I use with my clients. And there's another thing there where you can get just a list of how to do SEO on page. But again, we'll do a webinar about this, okay? Perfect, so I have 1 minute. So I just want to say thank you to everyone. Remember, if you want to join the webinars, colinseo.com/masterclass. Okay, there you just put your email and I will send it. I will just send everything, the link to the Zoom, the link to the lesson, all the tools, everything. Okay, perfect, Jatin. So thank you very much, Jatin. So see you next week at the same time, Wednesday. Okay, thank you for attending. I'll stay to look at a few of the questions there in TikTok. And yeah, thank you.